Good morning, children. Yesterday's class continuation. So we will start today. Geometrical representation. Geometrical representation of a complex number. So any point we can write as a point. Suppose z is equal to x plus iy. So with the point can be represented as any point as p of x comma y. In the coordinate system, so this point can be represented as p of x comma y. So that is from this is origin. So we can represent as p of x comma y. Next it is in the form of x-axis and this is y-axis. This point is x-axis here, substitute this is x-axis can be now started as to real part. X means real part. So then we call as real axis and this point is denoted as y-axis. So this point y can be represented as imaginary number. So that is this is imaginary axis. The plane in which the complex numbers are represented as points, then it is called as a complex plane. Then it is called as complex plane, or then we can say that now onwards Argand plane. Why? Because the plane in which the complex numbers are represented as points, then it is called as a complex plane. Suppose the point lies on the second quadrant. Suppose we can say as the point belongs to in the point that is P of second quadrant means we can write as minus x comma y. So this is origin. This is also x-axis and y-axis. This as real axis. This is called as this is imaginary axis. Similarly, the point suppose lies on the third quadrant that is minus a comma minus b, or else here we take it as minus x comma minus y. Here also we can take the point lies on suppose fourth quadrant that is a comma minus b, or else a x comma minus y. So this then the point is say that this is called as Argand plane. Now onwards, then why? Because the plane in which the complex numbers are represented as a points, then this plane is called as a Argand plane or complex plane. So in similar way, the question is given in the examination like 2 marks question like that. So suppose example we can write as, so that is representation of the represent the complex number, represent the complex number 2 plus 3i is there. Suppose we can take it as 2 plus 3i in the Argand plane. In the Argand plane. So that let us now the question is asking that the complex number 2 plus 3i in the Argand plane, how will you define? So that is this is the real axis. Why? Because this is x-axis means real numbers are in the form. So that is real parts in the x-axis means this is real axis. So next this is called as y-axis. Y-axis means now onwards we can trace as imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. The points represented by 1, 2, 3 and here 1, 2, 3 like that 1, 2, 3. So now the point locate as 2 plus 3i means we can write as a point we can write as 2 comma 3. That means x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. So substitute the complex when we can plotting the points as 2 comma 3. So that is 2 and x-axis point 3. This is 3. So the point is 2 comma 3. So the question is like that. In the question will be repeated so many times. Just the 2-mark question for all. Next goes to the next concept. Modulus of a complex number. 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 So how will you define complex number? Or the modulus means same thing. This is real axis and this is the imaginary axis, that is real axis. This is imaginary axis. The point is x comma y. So this is as perpendicular, this is as to origin. This means this point is x, this length is y. So the distance from origin to the point P, then it is called as a modulus. Modulus means the distance from origin to the given complex number So the distance between origin, so that is O, and the point is given that P of x comma y, then it is called modulus of a complex number. Modulus of a complex number. Modulus of a complex number. So then it is denoted by, mod z. Mod z means modulus of a complex number. So that is this total distance is already we know that value, that is x, and from the distance perpendicular means y. So modulus means, so that is the distance, it is form a triangle, then it is called as a root of x square plus y square. So therefore mod z equal to, we can write as x square plus y square. The formula is modulus of a given complex number is root over x square plus y square. So let us take some example for this question. So find the modulus of the complex numbers, of the given complex numbers. First one, take it as example. First example number 1. Suppose z equal to -1 plus I. So he is asking the modulus, that is mod z equal to. So first let us take it as x equal to -1 and y equal to as 1. Don't take as I. The coefficient of I is 1. So x equal to -1. Compare with x plus iy. Complex number always z equal to x plus iy. So now compare with -1, x equal to -1 and y equal to 1. Then find the modulus means root over formula x square plus y square. Then substitute root over -1 whole square plus 1 square, that is root 2. So but the given complex number modulus is from the point x comma y means -1 comma 1. The distance from the complex number is modulus is root 2 units. Same thing as to second question. Let us take example. Next another one, that is second modulus. My z is equal to, suppose you take -1 plus root 3i. So mod z means root over x. X means -1, that is -1 whole square. Y means the coefficient of I. Compare with x plus iy only always. So y means root 3. So root 3 whole square. Now simplify, root 4 means 2. Therefore the complex number, that given complex number modulus is 2 units. So that is the value for find outing the next third one, simple one. Z is equal to suppose 5i. So this is already we explained, only 5i is in means it is purely imaginary number. Already we learned in the previous classes that is purely imaginary number. Why? Because we can write as this number as 0 plus 5i. So this is real part is 0. That's why then it is called as a purely imaginary. Now find out the modulus of z, root over 0 square plus 5 square. Now simplify the only for 5 units. The modulus of a given complex number is 5 units. Okay, understood all of you. Next second concept, that is first concept is over. Next, go to the argument. Most important concept, always the term will be repeated as so many times. And argument are amplitude. Amplitude of a complex number. Most important argument are amplitude of a given complex number. So what is mean by argument or amplitude? The most important question, most important concept. Don't miss. Same thing. So let us take it as a capital X and capital Y. In let us the point take it as a p of x comma y. This is obviously origin. Though so the distance from P to perpendicular is this is y units and this is as to x units. From the distance from O to P is the mod z, that is already we learned previous root over x square plus y square. So now the point is nothing but if P is a point, so that is represented by the complex number z, then the angle made by the complex number OP bar. The angle made by OP bar, this is a OP bar. So the O2 P bar is as a vector, we can denote by OP bar. The angle made by the vector OP bar with x-axis is called argument or amplitude of the complex number. So theta is the amplitude. Why? Because the angle made by the complex number with x-axis the OP bar with x-axis is called as a amplitude or augment. This is called as a amplitude or augment. So let us take examples now. So this is the angle. Suppose the angle is the point only, not in the always in the first quadrant. So let us take that the point should be angle. How will you define? If z is equal to that, so that should be right as note. If z equal to x plus iy, then the angle first point depends on the x term. That is, if x is positive, then theta equal to write as tan inverse y by x. If it x is lesser to 0, that is theta equal to pi plus tan inverse y by x. So find out the argument of a given complex number by using this formula. If z is equal to x plus iy, if x is positive, theta equal to tan inverse y by x. If x is negative, theta equal to pi plus pi tan inverse y by x. From these, the questions like that only. If z equal to 1 plus I is given, that the complex number. Now finding the amplitude or argument of a given number z equal to 1 plus I. So first compare with x plus iy, where x is positive or negative, first you think. If x is positive, then we can write as theta equal to tan inverse y by x. Put x equal to as here, we can write as here what is the value for x equal to 1 and y equal to, don't take the I value, the coefficient of I always you take. So that is x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. Now substituted theta equal to tan inverse of y by x, that is 1 by 1, that is tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 means always theta equal to tan pi by 4 is 1. Then the tan inverse 1 equal to pi by 4. That means the given complex number made by the angle with x-axis is pi by 4. The point is, as a point means 1 comma 1. Let us take some graph also. This is the point 1 comma 1. This is 1 unit and this is also 1 unit. So now this is modulus. The angle here obviously pi by 4. So then it is theta. Theta means argument. Argument means angle made by with x-axis. With x-axis, that is OP bar. That is angle is pi by 4. In the same way, some problems are we can solve by next problem. Second one. If z equal to minus 1 plus I suppose. So let us take it as a x plus iy in the mind. Put x equal here minus 1 which is lesser to 0 and y equal to also 1. Then theta equal to take it as if x is negative, theta equal to tan inverse y by x. So write as pi plus tan inverse of y. Y means 1, x has to minus 1. That is pi minus pi plus tan inverse minus 1. But in the first year we already learned tan inverse of minus x equal to, we write as minus tan inverse x. So now take it as pi minus tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 nothing but pi minus pi by 4. That is 3 pi by 4. The point make an angle with x-axis. The angle made by the given complex number minus 1 comma 1. That angle is 3 pi by 4 units. Next, similarly, the third example. So that is my z equal to minus 1 minus I. So that implies theta is, compared with x plus I where theta x is negative. So similarly tan in theta equal to, we can write as theta equal to tan inverse y by x. That is pi plus tan inverse of same minus 1 minus I is there. So y has to minus 1 and write down here x equal to minus 1, y equal to also minus 1. So that is minus 1. Then we can get pi plus tan inverse 1. Pi plus tan inverse 1 means pi plus pi by 4. That is 5 pi by 4. Therefore, the theta is angle augment of a given complex number z equal to minus 1 comma minus 1 is 5 pi by 4 unit, 5 pi by 4 angle. So this is the concept of the augment and augment or amplitude of a given complex number. Next, go to the next similar concept, that is, so if the argument is augment theta, theta always the range is open minus pi to positive closed pi. The range of a theta is always in the form minus pi open closed pi. Then the argument is called principal augment. Principal augment. Why? Because the theta is lies in the interval. You have to remember. So theta belongs to open interval minus pi to plus pi. That means the given complex number made by the angle in the smallest angle minus 180 to plus 180. If it is more than, we can do the next one. So that is means first principal augment means we have to learn. So the principal augment means of a complex number means the smallest angle made by the vector OP bar with x-axis. The range in the interval, that is minus pi to pi, the argument is the theta is called as principal augment. Suppose theta is not in the given range, then we can convert it as a theta minus 360. That means we have to write, if theta is not principal argument, if theta is not a principal argument, that means the theta is not in the range, that means minus pi to plus pi. So the theta is not in the principal argument, then theta minus 360. Total angle is 2 pi. 2 pi means 360. Subtract the given angle minus 360. Then you get the principal argument. So theta minus 360 is the principal argument. It will become as a smallest angle by doing theta minus 360. So let us take some example. Suppose the argument of a complex number, is, suppose the angle is 200 degrees. 200 means it is not in the range, that is minus pi to plus pi, not in the range, then it is a not a principal argument. The principal argument means the smallest angle. It is not more than the interval. So then what we should write as theta minus 360 degrees. Theta minus 360 means 200 minus 360. The range is not in the interval, so you have to change the angle by 200 theta minus 360, that is minus 160 degrees. Then it is a 200 or minus 160. The smallest angle is 160 only. So therefore theta minus 360 becomes the principal argument of a complex number. So next example, if theta is equal to suppose 5 pi by 4, it is not in the range, so we have to convert as a principal argument. That is for principal argument means remaining angle, that is principal argument means principal argument of a given complex number, that is theta minus 2 pi or theta minus 360, that is 5 pi by 4 minus 2 pi, then you get minus 3 pi by 4. This is the smallest angle made by the given complex number. The angle is made by the given complex number. The smallest angle is minus 3 pi by 4. So this is the definition by the argument or amplitude. Next take that some example. Next concept. Next point, that is note we had to write. Note means the point if Z is purely real. Suppose the point represented by z bar. Z bar means the number, if z equal to x plus iy, z bar is x minus iy. So z bar is, suppose we take it as a this point is z equal to x plus iy, then we can write as x comma y. Next z bar is, that is z bar conjugate is, that is x minus iy. So we can write as x comma minus y. The angle is, suppose that is angle made by the given complex number is theta, like this here. The same way this angle is as 0, that is origin. This angle is denoted by minus theta. So theta means the angle made by with x-axis in the direction of OP bar. OP means this is P of x comma y. This is P of x comma minus y. So the angle is made by OP bar is here theta. Next this is minus theta. So angle is nothing but in the negative opposite direction, that is minus theta. So the point then here, so this distance I am doing the line segment joining to Z to Z bar. So Z to Z bar means with this x-axis is as equal to same thing as to make a 90 degrees. See this one. So that is why x-axis is always perpendicular to Z and Z bar. The line segment, what we call as the line segment joining by the Z and Z bar is always x-axis is perpendicular. That's why we can write the point as the point represented by the Z bar is image of the point represented by z. That means with respect to x-axis. Therefore then we call as therefore x-axis is perpendicular to we can say that perpendicular to the line segment joining Z and Z bar. So see the picture. So that is the point is in the OP bar, nothing but xz. The given complex number is x plus iy, then it has x comma y. Then the angle made by the OP bar is always theta. In the similar way, z bar nothing but conjugate of a complex number, that is lies in the fourth quadrant. So that is x comma minus y. The angle made by this is obviously it is minus theta. From we joining the z and z bar, then x-axis is always perpendicular to the line segment joining z and z bar. Therefore the x-axis is perpendicular to line segment z and z bar. Then we can say that next from this we can say that if that angle, second point, if the argument of z is theta, and then argument of z bar, that is minus theta. Therefore, argument of z plus argument of z bar becomes what the value? That is theta here, minus theta, then becomes to this. Therefore, the formula is always, remember, argument of z and argument of z bar is equal to 0. This is the most important formula. This is the most important formula. Ayyo. Redo. Okay. So that is why, because if the argument of z is theta, then argument of z bar is minus theta. Why? Because its conjugate lies on the fourth quadrant, theta becomes to minus theta. Therefore, the argument of z plus argument of z bar becomes theta minus theta, then it is equal to 0. So the formula is argument of z plus argument of z bar is always 0. This you have to remember, z bar. So argument of z plus argument of z bar is always 0. So that is the point. Next point, always concepts are so many concepts are in the lesson. So revise once so many times. If z is purely real, next point, the point represented by z, lies on x-axis, that means x is positive and y equal to 0. That is, the point lies on x-axis means always of the form x comma 0. So that should be x is positive, or else in the form x should be negative and y coordinate should be 0. Why? Because the point lies on the x-axis. So then the simple point, origin, the point is lies on x-axis, then the angle made by this is, there is no angle, then we call as a here theta equal to 0. That means argument is 0. Argument is 0 means it is the point lies, no angle is there. So that's why we can say that theta equal to 0 for this first one. For this second one, same thing, x is negative. Negative means here negative direction, then the angle is theta equal to pi. So that is the relation between the note points. Write down first question and second one. Suppose if z is purely imaginary, number, then the point represented by z lies on y-axis, here also lies on y-axis means there should be x is equal to 0, y should be positive, or else if x lies on y-axis means x should be 0 and y should be negative. Then we can say that thus the point is lies on y-axis, that means this is origin. The angle made by with x-axis is theta equal to, we can write as pi by 2. In the same way, this is as 2, y is negative. Y is negative means down direction. So angle here is theta, origin. The angle P, suppose the point is P, negative direction, then angle is theta equal to minus pi by 2. So this is the points. Next concept, most important concept, that is modulus amplitude form. That is modulus amplitude form. Most important formula, modulus amplitude form. That is, if R is the modulus, if R is the modulus and theta is principal argument, theta is principal argument of the complex number, that is x plus iy, then the x plus iy equal to, we can write as r into cos theta plus I sin theta. This is called as modulus amplitude form. This is called as modulus amplitude form. This is called as modulus amplitude form. What is that? R into cos theta plus I sin theta. Why? Where R equal to what? Modulus. Modulus means root over x square plus y square. Theta is principal argument, that the smallest angle made by with x axis with OP bar. Then of a given complex number, suppose x plus iy, then we can write as x plus iy equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Then it is called modulus and amplitude. Modulus means r, theta means amplitude or argument. So this is called as r into cos theta plus I sin theta is called as a modulus amplitude form. So this is treat as figured, real axis and y axis. Let us the point P of x comma y, though this is origin, so that perpendicular, this is the distance obviously y, this is x and this is OP bar, that is r. And then we can take it as, suppose angle means, let us take it as cos theta. Cos theta write as opposite by adjacent, so that is x by r. Then here write as x equal to r cos theta. Similarly, sin theta we write, sin theta nothing but y by r, y by r nothing but y equal to r sin theta. Therefore, the given complex number x plus iy equal to, x means you should write r cos theta plus y should write r sin theta. That implies x plus iy equal to r as common, then you get cos theta plus I sin theta. This is known as modulus amplitude form. The proof of a given question, the complex number, the derivation, simple derivation, cos theta is defined as x by r and sin theta is defined as y by r. That is x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. Therefore, x plus iy equal to r cos theta plus r sin theta. Then x plus iy equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta of a given complex number z. Okay, these suppose some examples you should take, that is write the polar form or amplitude form, all are same. Write modulus amplitude form, modulus amplitude form of a, modulus amplitude form, or we can say that as another name polar form. Polar form are same, amplitude form are said of a given complex number, of a given complex number. The question is theta, first question. If z equal to -1 plus I root 3, -1 plus I root 3. Find out, write the modulus and amplitude form or polar form of the complex number. Complex number. If the number is, if z equal to -1 plus I root 3. So that is formula is by modulus amplitude form formula is x plus iy. Formula should write first x plus iy equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, where r equal to write as root over x square plus y square. What is x here? Compare with x equal to -1, x plus iy and y equal to root 3. Don't take root 3i always. So many students are taking root 3i. Don't take the root 3i, only coefficient of I. Now r is modulus. Modulus means root over -1 whole square plus root 3 whole square. That is becomes to 2. Now theta. theta you should find theta. Theta means if x is negative or positive, first you take minus 1 plus I root 3, that is x is minus 1, that is lesser to 0. Then theta becomes 2 pi plus tan inverse y by x. So that is pi plus tan inverse y, we have take it as root 3, x as 2 minus 1. That is pi plus tan inverse of minus root 3. So tan inverse of minus x formula, that is minus tan inverse x. Then here substituted by minus, that is tan inverse of root 3. Tan inverse of root 3, that is pi minus pi by 3. Tan inverse root 3 means pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3. So therefore minus 1 plus I root 3 can be in the modulus amplitude form is r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Now substitute in the formula. So r equal to what value we have get 2 into cos of 2 pi by 3 plus I sine 2 pi by 3. This is the formula modulus amplitude form. So in the same way, second example, smallest example we take. Suppose z equal to 1 plus I. Z equal to 1 plus I. So same thing, find the modulus and find the polar form. So here x equal to 1, y equal to also 1. Then first to find out the r into r equal to what you write, root over x square plus y square, that is 2 root 2. And next x is positive. If x is positive, then write as theta equal to directly tan inverse y by x, that is tan inverse of 1, that is pi by 4. So therefore we can write as 1 plus I equal to r into r means 2 into cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. This is the complex number modulus amplitude form. So next question, next concept, just to simplify. This cos theta plus I sin theta I forgot. So cos theta plus I sin theta is simply denoted by, now onwards, simply denoted by cis theta. Cis means cos theta plus I sin theta, that is cis theta. Cis theta means cos theta plus I sin theta. And similarly we can write as cos theta plus I sin theta can be in the short form e to the power of I theta. E to the power of I theta is known as Euler's formula. This has to Euler's formula. In the short way we can write as cos theta plus I sin theta equal to cis theta or else e to the power of I theta. I theta nothing but Euler's formula. Now simplify in the short way. Already we got 1 plus I equal to what you write, root 2 into cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 already we got. Now simplify in the short form we can write as r into cos theta plus I sin means root 2 into this form, totally simplify by e to the power of I of pi by 4, or root 2 into cis pi by 4 we can write in the short form. In the objective for questions, this term should be, we can appear this term, only this term should become appear. Next same thing as to some next in the modulus amplitude form. So what we write, cast it note as to, so cos theta plus I sin theta always we can write as cis theta or e to the power of I theta. So in the same way, cis cos theta minus I sin theta you can write as cos of minus cis of minus theta. By simplification is cos of minus theta plus I sin of minus theta. Cos of minus theta always cos theta, sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. So we can write as cis of minus theta nothing but e to the power of, in the short way, e power I of minus theta, that is e to the power of minus I theta. Minus I theta or cis of minus theta or both are cos theta minus I sin theta. Next simple short forms. Most always you remember cis 0. Cis 0 nothing but we can write as cos 0 plus I sin 0. Then it is e power, write as Euler's form I power of I0, that is nothing but 1. So that is second point. Cis pi. Cis pi means cos pi plus I sin pi, that is e to the power of I pi. Nothing but cos pi means minus 1, sin pi means 0, that is minus 1 I into 0, that is minus 1. Next third one, cis pi by 2. Cis pi by 2 nothing but cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is cos pi by 2 is next nothing but it we can write as e to the power of I pi by 2, that is cos pi by 2 0, sin pi by 2 is 1. So the I into 1 is I. Last one, cis of minus pi by 2, that is cos of pi by 2 plus I sin of minus pi, but sin of minus theta is sin theta minus sin theta. So write as minus I sin pi by 2. Then it is becomes 2 e to the power of minus I pi by 2, or this is minus I. Most just important, this total 4 terms always you remember. So that is 4 terms. The box we can write as most important. So cis 0 value is 1, cis pi is minus 1, cis pi by 2 is I, cis of minus pi by 2 is minus I. So this formula should be remembered. Last one, cis alpha into cis beta. We can write as cis of alpha plus beta. So explanation why, because right, cis of alpha plus beta. Cis alpha nothing but e to the power of I alpha. Cis beta nothing but e to the power of I beta. Base are equal, power should be added. I alpha plus I beta nothing but e to the power of I of alpha plus beta. Nothing but we can write as cis of alpha plus beta, or else cos of alpha plus beta plus I sin of alpha plus beta. Then the value is cis alpha into cis beta. Cis alpha into cis beta is cis alpha into cis beta is always cis of alpha plus beta. And last one, cis alpha by cis beta equal to, that is cis of alpha minus beta. How will that means explanation, e to the power of I alpha by e to the power of I beta, that is a power m by a power n formula, e power alpha minus beta. Then we can write as cis of alpha minus beta, or else cos of alpha minus beta minus I sin of alpha minus beta. Last formula, 1 by cis theta, that is 1 by cos theta plus I sin theta, that is cos theta minus I rationalize and simplify, and then you get conjugate value. So that is, it can write as e to the power of minus I theta. This total terms, total formulas is over. Tomorrow I will explain exercise problems, and all formulas should be write and learn. Tomorrow I will ask, I will call you and ask from some formulas. Okay, Nana, thank you. Bye.